Now, I know a lot of people who don't lease because they feel like they're just going to be stuck. And if in 2 years they no longer want to be in that car, is there anything they can do about that? Or
Okay. A lease is like a commitment. It's like a 3-year commitment. Okay. And stuck is not necessarily a good word, but they do need to understand that that is what you're getting the car for, is for 3 years and for X number of miles. So you want to make sure that you think about these things when you go into it. If you only have a 2-year need for a vehicle, you might want to do a 2-year lease. Can you get out of a lease early is a question I get asked all the time. And a lot of times dealerships will just answer yes, because the reality of it is there always is a payoff. Depending on the value of the car, you could get out of it early, but you may not want to because of the valuation of the car. So it's really not a fair statement to say that yes, you can get out. What you really need to consider when you lease a car is that I'm going to have this car for 3 years. Now, Hondas have extremely good resale value. And we have programs, as a lot of dealerships have programs, where we monitor people's leases, and when we believe it's the optimal time for them to get out of the lease, I would contact you and say, hey, would you like to get a 2 or 3 year newer car and keep your payment the same and no money out of your pocket? And most people go, yes. And then they come in and they go, so what's the catch? And we're like, there's no catch. It's just the value that your depreciation has gone down faster than the valuation of your car going down. So when you reach that break-even point, which is what a lease is trying to do anyway, the manufacturer is trying to guarantee, which by the way, it is a guaranteed future value. Okay, a lot of people are concerned about the value of that vehicle at the end. The manufacturer, Honda, is guaranteeing that value. So if it's worth more, you can take advantage of that and get your money back. If it's worth less, then they basically have to eat it, for lack of a better word. They have to sell it. They're the ones that will take the loss. They're the ones that are betting on the value of their product in the future of what it will be worth, but giving you the full benefit if it's worth more.
That's great.
So you're not stuck, but nobody needs to go into a lease going, oh, I don't know if I really want to keep this car for 3 years. You have to be prepared to keep the car, for 3 years and pay all your payments. So again, your expenses on this car are just going to be your payment and maybe a few tire rotations and oil changes. That's another big benefit of it, is that you don't get into, I've got to do all this maintenance, on my car. So we really try to encourage people to stay at 3 years or less. That's kind of the optimum there. Back to the original question of, are you stuck? You just need to make sure you're going into it for, the right reasons.
Okay, great. Be prepared for that.